My name is Esther Njiru, Program Specialist at UNFPA, supporting the implementation of Degree of Urbanization across 12 countries. UNFPA's mission to deliver a world where every pregnancy is wanted, every childbirth is safe, and every young person's potential is fulfilled requires not only strong partnerships and sound policies, but also better evidence that helps us to map where people live and their different needs. And the Degree of Urbanization methodology helps us to achieve this mission. It is a harmonized methodology endorsed by the UN Statistical Commission that helps us to define settlements along the urban-rural gradient. This methodology is of value to UNFPA in so many ways. For example, it helps us to map access to contraceptives, access to health facilities, be it in the urban, be it in the peri-urban, and be it in the rural areas. Whereas traditional definitions of urban and rural do not clearly bring these disparities, the Degree of Urbanization comes in to fill this gap.
Looking at what we've done over the week here, I think the team has gotten a better appreciation of how easy this approach helps us classify our urbanized areas across the country, not just looking at defining it based on concepts that are entrenched with only a few technical people, but then opens it up for other non-technical people to engage in the analysis and then being able to interpret what the results are.
The methodology started in 2016, where various organizations came together and a voluntary commitment to develop a methodology that would help to harmonize data across nations and also for global reporting on what is urban and what is rural.
GS has been an institution that keenly reports or helps in the organization of the VNR report, that's the Voluntary National Reporting for the UN. I feel from my perspective, the DEGURBA classification and analysis and assessment would help us compare whatever competitions we've done with other countries, having that standard across, but not just being defined based on our population thresholds, but then using other global big data to determine what urbanization means, which can be compared with other countries.
Degree of Urbanization is not only a technical tool, it is a powerful enabler of UNFPA's mission. It ensures visibility, drives advocacy, strengthens monitoring, and builds sustainable national capacity. By embedding the Degree of Urbanization into our work, we are better positioned to deliver on our promise. Every pregnancy wanted, every childbirth safe, every young person's potential fulfilled.
When we came and the program was launched, I saw that it's a very good program. We have a lot of data, but we don't usually analyze it. We are doing registration, preparation of plans, and capturing names, districts, population, but we don't manipulate it to bring meaning out of it. So, but when I saw that this Degree of Urbanization is to be applied, I say, okay, we are doing registration, and usually rural areas registration is very low. So you can see that if we apply Degree of Urbanization to the data that we have, we can even predict what will happen in future, because anytime you want to do anything official, you need a registration to do it in terms of land. So it means if it's a business you want to open, you want to do farming, you want to build expansion. So if you will need anything on land officially, it means you have to get it registered. And that's what we do at the Lands Commission. And we have all this data, but we are not applying it in generality, unless somebody asks for it. But when I came, I said, oh, okay, when we go back, we will have to put this data together and then start analyzing them with respect to the degree of urbanization?
Of course, no single institution can do this work. It needs a lot of partnership. So having people from the Statistical Agency, from National Development Planning Commission, from Land Use and Spatial Planning Authority, and then also from Lands Commission, I think is great. It's a good starting point. And once we gain this knowledge, then we can become the ambassadors that can also help other institutions that are relevant in carrying this message forward. So in terms of benefits and opportunities, I think it's clear. Once, like I said, once we're able to compare internationally and then carve out our own locally relevant definitions, then it helps us in research, right? It helps us to conduct locally relevant research because through this methodology and approach, we are able to see the multi-criteria approach that we can use to classify cities, right? And once you have that understanding, then you can apply it in different contexts, in different sectors, in different fields of work.
Attending this program, I learned a lot, especially the tools that we can use as geoinformatics engineers in order to transform data to information, especially the DEGURBA tools, in the sense that you can also have knowledge on how people are changing within the environment.
Right. So as an academic, I think it's a good way to go about teaching urban definition, which we already do, but I think it has enriched my understanding of the different ways that we can do that, and practically how we can use GIS and other approaches to also contextualize what we teach in class.
And again, from the spatial planning perspectives too, it helps to give a very good, or let me say granular detail in the spatial plan preparation. When you look at our current system of preparing our medium-term plans and then even the spatial plans, with this classification, it will be able to help us locate the exact situation of where populations are, do some infrastructure analysis to actually identify where the gaps are, and also help with the preparation of the long-term spatial plan. So I think it's a tool that will really help with preparing spatial plans at the 3-tier level we have, at the regional and national level, the district level, as well as the local plan. So I think it's a very practical tool that can assist with the general spatial and land use planning in Ghana.
So for me, this workshop has been very, very practical, very engaging, because when we came here, it's not just about producing outputs, but then every input that we needed to produce the maps, we understood where it's coming from and why we need to use those inputs. So I think this workshop has been very engaging, and coming from a National Development Planning Commission, the outputs or the outcomes of this workshop is going to help us enrich the VNR reports that we prepare to the UN.
Sustaining degree of urbanization capacity across multiple countries and regions will create long-term value for UNFPA and our partners. Institutionalizing this approach means that the future censuses, demographic health surveys, and multiple cluster surveys will routinely produce harmonized urban-rural disaggregation. This strengthens the evidence base across regions, builds a community of practice, and allows lessons from Ghana and other countries to inform global rollouts. For UNFPA, it represents a strategic investment in data systems that underpin the transformative results and ensure we reach women and young people with the service they need most.